Hello and welcome to the Pot of Yarn podcast. I'm your host Ninni and I'm coming to you from Pietarsaari, Finland. It's getting a bit chillier and sweater weather is here, which is lovely. And yeah, in this episode I'll have some FOs, whips and dream knitting. Welcome and let's get started. In finished objects I have a pair of socks. And these have been done for quite a while. I was knitting the first sock somewhere around here in episode 2, which I published in, I think, late March. And yeah, vanilla socks, stripy, short row heel, and yeah, nothing too exciting. Self-striping yarn, vanilla socks, quick and nice knitting during lectures at school. And next up I have these knee-high socks, which are knit in worsted weight sock yarn, and they have this hard cable motif in the front. And yeah, they are done. I usually wear them around the house because they give a bit more warm and they're quite thick actually. So that's that. And next up is something I was also working on in the during the time when I last recorded, and it's my Tresta. So it's all done, blocked, and it's been in use because the weather is perfect for wearing this kind of thing outdoors. Like it's been around 10 degrees Celsius, so this has been perfect. And I really like how it turned out. I'm happy with this. And next up I have some finished objects I have started after the last episode, so you haven't seen them, but they are finished. And first up I have this Constellate hat. The pattern is by Hunter Hammersen, and the yarn is Madeline Tosh shock, and the colorway is Mandala. Yeah. So that's that. And then I have sockhead hat. And the yarn is Uncommon Thread, Uncommon Everyday in Rocky Horror colorway. And the yarn is quite busy. I tried to knit fingerless mitts and whatnot with this, and it just didn't work. But in this hat, it's perfect. So yeah. To the bite it goes. And then I have ankle socks. Just some, well, vanilla socks once again. I tend to knit vanilla socks with stripy yarn because it kind of lets me see how the striping actually goes, and they are interesting enough with the stripes to knit, so I tend to knit vanilla patterns with stripy ones, at least at first, and if I have enough leftovers so I can knit another pair of socks, then I'll might use some simple stitch pattern. But yeah. And this is Regia cotton color in dragon fruit colorway. So yeah, it's their Tutti Frutti colors. So yeah. And then I have a test knit for Rosehip Chick, Hanna from Rosehip Knits podcast. And these are DK weight mittens. This pair is knit with Skein Queen Crush DK. And these are, as I said, a test knit. The pattern will be released later on. But yeah, these are lovely. I really like these. And then I knit the same pattern but with worsted weight yarn. So this yarn is Novita 7 veljestä, which is Finnish brand of yarn, and it's pink. So yeah, they are done, and that's all the FOs I have. So let's move on to the WIPs. Living inside my Doctor Who bag is my Oracle shawl, and it's difficult to show because my needles are way too short for this, but it's a pie shawl. The pattern is by Kristen from Woolen Line, and the yarns are all hedgehog fiber sock. The pink one is called Coast, the blue one is called Glacier, and this kind of neutral or yellow, or what do you call it? I want to say it's kind of haze straw color. It's called Silence. So yeah. And 4mm needles, still quite a bit to knit left before bind off. And yeah, back in the bag. Then in my Harry Potter bag is my Hagrid socks. So again, vanilla socks, contrasting or complementary. I want to say they are contrasting. Heels, toes and cuff with Austerman step in black. And this driping yarn over here is Nomadic Yarns in Hagrid colorway. Afterthought heel and toe up. And the second sock is just a toe at this point and a mess, but it's just a toe. So yeah. And next up I can show you something I've been working on for almost a year, I'd say. It's my Brioche Memories blanket. So I was working on this square when I showed you last time, and I have the first row done, and I have started knitting second and third row as well. So these three squares here, this blue one, this purplish color and this red one are new. And I'm using leftovers and minis for this in fingering weight, and once I have knit a square insert and yarn on this one, I'll put the yarns aside or make a magic ball and add them to the next WIP I'm gonna show you. So this is the project that gets all the leftovers from my Brioche Memories blanket, and it's crochet granny stripe blanket with scraps and leftovers and all that. So it'll be quite colorful, or not, depending on what colors I use while I knit. But yeah, just simple granny square blanket that I work on every now and then. I have magic ball done and I crochet from that, and when it's almost finished I make another magic ball and continue from that. And then in my llama tote is living a cardigan. So it's still quite small and the cable I have on is a bit too short. But yeah, this is a simple cardigan. The pattern I used as a base, I have modified it a bit, is called Muista. It's from a Finnish Mehukekkerit blog, and the modifications I made is that I knit the bottom bands as I go, and I modified the sleeves a bit, but I have this kind of gradient fade, I want to say gradient effect. It's actually better looking on this side, it doesn't stripe that much, but anyways. And the first yarn over here is King Fiber MCN in Hummingbirds colorway. Then there is this yarn, which is Petrichor Fibers MCN in Cloud colorway. Then Woolenvine Volca, which is MCN base in Kottei Cake colorway. And then again Petrichor yarns MCN in, let's see if I can find the tag so I can tell you what colorway it is. Yes, so this one, as I said, is Petrichor yarns in her MCN base, and the colorway is Northern Sky. So I'm kind of going from this bright and colorful pinks and light blues, almost whites, to more grays and purples and greens. So yeah, that's something I've been working on, and I have separated the sleeves and knit one sleeve and started the second one. And I'm knitting the sleeves before the body because I want to make a long cardigan, and I knit the sleeves to my desired length, so I can just knit all the yarn I have left to the body. So it'll be as long as possible with these 4 skeins. And yeah, I'm not alternating skeins, at least for the sleeves. But for the body I might do that. But yeah, it's just simple cardigan with a bit more interest with this color change thing. And yeah, in the back it goes. So those are my widths I've been working on. I have some projects that I haven't touched in quite a while, like my Glitz at the Ritz shawl. I don't know, I'm considering putting kind of frocking it, and if I end up frocking stuff, I'll have a section called Frog Pond where I'll tell you what I have frocked. But yeah, I might frock the Glitz at the Ritz shawl. And also I have some whips I'm not gonna show you here. They are gift knitting. But yeah, I have some gift knitting as well to do, but it's heavier weight yarn and something simple, so it's fast, and I'm gonna show them once they are finished. But yeah, let's move on. Dream knitting. Let's start with this one. This is Käsäkerho Pom Pom Donegal tweed yarn, and the color is called Viinin punainen, which means kind of, it's wine red wine kind of color. And I have 4 skeins of this, and they will become no frills sweater at some point. Maybe once I get the cardigan done. I really want to cast this on, but I have quite a bit of other knitting I need to do. But yeah. Looks like that. And then I have another Käsäkerho Pom Pom yarn, and the colorway is blueberry, and this is PFL sock yarn, so it's blue-faced Leicester and nylon. So PFL and nylon, simple as that. And these will be socks. I have pattern in mind, and then I have this Rouva Silmusolmu yarn. This one is Superwash Merino and nylon blend, and this colorway is one of a kind. And this one will be Changing Staircases shawl by Dragonheart Yarns. And yeah, it looks like that. And isn't it gorgeous? I have serious case of startitis. Seriously, I want to cast on everything right now. Luckily, I don't have enough needles to do that, because I would not get anything done if I have too many whips. But yeah, that's some dream knitting. Also, oh well, here I have more of that yarn for my no frills sweater. This one is extremely lovely, but I don't know what to do with it. I bought it because it's pretty. And this is also a one of a kind. And this is Donegal tweed from Käsäkerho Pom Pom. But it has these colorful tweed things in it. And it looks like birthday cake. So yeah, that's something that is waiting for the perfect project. And also some other lovelies that I'm not quite sure what to do with. I need quite a lot of socks, but I have so many pairs of socks. But those are some more special skeins, so I don't want to make gifts out of them. So I need to do some planning what to do with these, especially these 4 in the bottom are what I need to plan with. This one I have one skein that I have caked up and used a bit, so I have almost 2 skeins of this Hedgehog Fibers Fly, and I'll probably pair it with grey and make a stripy sweater. I have been knitting and planning to knit a lot of garments lately, so yeah. But luckily we have all 4 seasons, which are clearly different from one another. So like in the fall we have quite a bit of rain and it's dark and not fun. I love autumn, especially like September, October. is lovely. It's so colorful out, and we get some aurora borealis happening, and because Finland is so north that we get those northern lights here, and also there is still some light. It's not too cold, but come November there is no leaves in the trees anymore. It's just gray and gloomy and dark, and I don't like it, or I don't know, I usually don't like it, but it depends. And come winter we have snow pretty much everywhere, and more or less, like some places have this much and other places have like almost a meter of snow or over a meter. So yeah, a lot of snow, and temperatures drop around minus 20 degrees Celsius, which I have to check what it's in Fahrenheit, but I like it here. But yeah, and we might have like a week or two when it's even colder, like minus 25, even minus 30 degrees Celsius. So we have like half a year period when knitwear is a lifesaver. And as a knitter, that makes me extremely happy. But yeah, and then springtime it's still kind of wet because all the snow is melting and all that, but we get more light and temperatures start to rise slowly and so on. And summer is usually something from, let's say, plus 15 to plus 35. It varies quite a bit. Last summer was extremely hot, but I think it was everywhere. But we had like, I think a month almost when the degrees were every day over 30 degrees Celsius, plus 30 degrees Celsius. So for someone who hasn't gotten used to that kind of weather, it was so hot. But yeah, so in summer we can wear maybe shawls, lightweight sweaters, tank tops, all that thing. So we have possibilities to use like really lightweight yarn, really heavyweight yarn. Like we can, it's not like in some places you don't need garments or socks or any knitwear made out of, let's say, aran or bulky weight yarn. But in Finland, it's actually really useful to have those heavier weight garments and also the lighter weights, because we have quite a spectrum in weather. But yeah, I'll probably need to knit something a bit more heavyweight. Also, although I have my Dreista now, which is lovely, but I probably need another winter garment. I need to see if I have yarns already. I have quite a stash. This is like just a fraction, quite a small fraction actually. I keep looking over there because my more commercial and that kind of yarn is over there. But over here I have my hand-dyed lovelies. So these are like my treasures that I have over there. Yeah. I've been babbling about weather and whatnot. I mean, it has something to do with knitting. But yeah, I'm gonna end this episode here. I wish you have a lovely week and weekend, and yeah, let's get some knitting done. Bye!